Israel must, in accordance with its obligations under the Genocide Convention, in relation to Palestinians in Gaza, take all measures within its power to prevent the commission of all acts within the scope of Article 2 of the Convention.
No calls for a ceasefire, but something close. The International Court of Justice on Friday demanded Israel stop killing Palestinian civilians in Gaza. That formed part of a provisional judgment in South Africa's case against Israel, in which it accused Tel Aviv of genocide. South Africa said after the verdict that it meant there would have to be a ceasefire, even if the court didn't use the word itself.
I believe that the court judgment needs to be read very, very carefully. They've given very, very direct instructions. We are satisfied that the provisional measures that we sought to be addressed would be addressed by the court.
Palestinian representatives at the court also said they welcomed the court's rulings.
This order means that the court recognized the gravity of the situation and was convinced by South Africa's compelling presentation that was based on law and fact that there are plausible cause to believe that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
The ruling said Israel must prevent its military from acts of genocide in Gaza and demanded the country prevent and punish any comments likely to incite genocide, especially from Israeli officials. Humanitarian access also needs to be allowed urgently, the court said, adding that Israel needs to submit a report within a month showing it is complying with these binding resolutions. Speaking after the verdict, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the ICJ a disgrace and claimed Israel's commitment to international law was unwavering.
Equally unwavering is our sacred commitment to continue to defend our country and defend our people. Like every country, Israel has an inherent right to defend itself.
Outside the court, pro-Palestinian protesters welcomed the decision, cheering as each part of the verdict was read out. A fuller understanding of the nuanced and specific language of the decision will take time. Countries and organisations had previously expressed support for the ICJ, however, both in considering provisional measures and in the broader case against Israel, which could yet take years before providing a definitive answer on the question of genocide. Any decision from the ICJ was never likely to be sufficient to bring an immediate halt to Israeli attacks on Gaza, nor indeed to the suffering of Palestinians there. But this verdict could yet prove to be of huge historical significance in ultimately bringing an end to the conflict. The onus now is on how that happens next and whether this court has provided a basis for action to help end the suffering of Palestinians. Joel Flynn, TRT World, outside the International Court of Justice in The Hague.